Hi everyone, Cosmic Mango here, your favorite mango from outer space. Welcome back to another video. Commander is a fantastic format, full of diversity and deck brewing exploration. However, there may come a time where you perhaps get a little bit bored of the regular commanders in the format and crave something different, something unique. In today's video, we are going to take a deep dive into some highly unique commanders to spice up those games for you. Before we take a look at these commanders, please don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that notification bell for more awesome commander videos. It really is highly appreciated. So without further ado, sit back, relax and enjoy the show. Let's check out these unique commanders. Number 1. Pramikon, Sky Rampart. A legendary creature wall that costs 1 white, 1 red and 1 blue mana to cast. It has 1 power and 5 toughness and says the following. Flying Defender. As Pramacon enters, choose left or right. Each player may attack only the nearest opponent in the chosen direction and planeswalkers controlled by that opponent. Okay, starting the list off strong. Pramikon is one highly unique commander, offering a very unique gameplay to your commander games. When he enters, you get to dictate which way combat damage is going, which is a pretty crazy and potentially powerful ability. It's kind of like reshapes the whole combat dynamics. Pramicon's defining ability, which forces players to attack only the opponent seated immediately to their left or right, can be used to do all sorts of things, such as neutralizes aggressive decks that rely on attacking everyone. You know, decks that tend to go wide, spam the board with tokens, or even Voltron decks. It can be used to protect you by making it harder for opponents to focus you down. And it creates political leverages. You can negotiate safe passage by influencing attack directions, offer someone safety for something else in return. This is such a unique commander. In fact, I can't really think of any commander within the format that offers the same sort of wacky ability. If you guys know any, let me know in the comments below. No other commander enforces such a strict attack restriction. It's really very cool. You can build a large range of different decks with this commander, with the two most popular most likely being Pillar Fort and Group Hug. Here is a cool card to combine with this commander, keeping a flavour with its unique theme. Ghostly Prison, an enchantment spell that costs 1 white and 2 generic mana to cast. It says the following. Creatures can't attack you unless their controller pays 2 generic mana for each creature they control that's attacking you. Anyone ever played or watched Yu-Gi-Oh? This card always reminds me of the Sword of Revealing Light. Yeah, I don't know why, it's probably literally because there's swords in the picture and I remember watching that cartoon as a kid. Anyway, so with this commander we plan on building a shield around us, yeah? We want to protect ourselves, so let's make it harder for opponents who can attack us to actually attack us. Paying 2 mana per creature can be irritating for opponents to have to do. It's a very powerful card. You can also get the Propaganda, which is another card very similar to this, but in blue, which will make things even harder for opponents to attack you if you have both of them out at the same time. With a commander like this, you need to have a win condition. Plan on creating a game-winning combo, or perhaps find a way to deal alternative damage to all players on the table. It can be exciting brewing a deck like this, because it really is different and massively unique. You can buy this commander for around $4. Number 2. Norin the Wary. A legendary creature, human warrior that costs 1 red mana to cast. He has 2 power and 1 toughness and says the following. When a player casts a spell or a creature attacks, exile Norin. Return it to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of the next end step. 1 mana legendary creatures are rare, but Norin the Wary stands out even among them. At a first glance, his ability might seem confusing, especially for new commander players. Why would a creature that constantly flickers out of play be good? The answer lies in his unmatched resilience and combo potential. Norin is nearly impossible to remove permanently, dodging board wipes, targeted removal, and even a lot of the counter spells in the format. This makes him the perfect engine for strategies that thrive on chaos, enter the battlefield ETB triggers, and passive value. Norin is a hidden powerhouse for many reasons, such as he's extremely hard to disrupt. He blinks out at every trigger, avoiding almost all removal in the game. He triggers abilities relentlessly. Cards like Perforus, God of the Forge, and Impact Tremors turn his flicker into damage, and it can be an absolute gem combining these sort of cards with him. Massive damage, massive power potential. Cheap and recastable. For just 1 red mana, you can cast him early and keep the pressure on. If somehow he does end up in the command zone, he's not going to cost a lot to recast. Enables wild and unique synergies that many other commanders can't match. Norin turns chaos into value. Once Norin's engine gets rolling, he transforms from a harmless 2-1 into a combo machine, pinging opponents to death or generating overwhelming board presence. He's not just unique, he's deceptively powerful, and you can buy this commander for around $6. Number 3, Blim, Comedic Genius. A legendary creature imp that costs 1 red, 1 black, and 2 generic mana to cast. He has 4 power and 3 toughness and says the following. Flying. Whenever Blim deals combat damage to a player, that player gains control of target permanent you control. Then, each player loses life and discards cards equal to the number of permanents they control but don't own. Okay, the first time you read Blim, you probably do a double take. Wait, I give my opponents what? This Rakdos commander is one of those really unique and chaotic commanders in the format, turning the game into a hilarious and brutal game of hot potato with terrible gifts. Why Blim is insanely fun? There's a lot of reasons for it. He forces opponents to play with your junk. When Blim deals combat damage, you choose which permanent they receive. They don't get to pick. So load up your board with awful stuff like aggressive mining or steel goblin and gift it to your friends. Before long, your friends will absolutely hate these gifts and never want a present from you again. Evasion is key here. Since Blim must connect, his flying is very handy. Give him a menace or unblockable and things get extra spicy. Protect this little prankster, as Blim is a prime target. Many people will try to remove him, so pack Indestructible and Hexproof into your deck. We need to keep this cheeky trickster safe. Pure, beautiful chaos, Blim turns the game into a psychological war zone. Your opponents will scramble to remove their cursed presence while you cackle with laughter. Or if you don't cackle, perhaps you'll giggle, laugh, or maybe just enjoy the game. Blim is one of those commanders which is annoying to face off against, but an absolutely hilarious commander to pilot and play. You can buy this commander for around 50 cents. Number 4, Gyrus, Raker of Corpses. A legendary creature Hydra that costs 1 green, 1 red, 1 black, and X mana to cast. It has 0 power and 0 toughness and says the following. Gyrus enters with a number of +1/+1 counters on it, equal to the amount of mana spent to cast it. Whenever Gyrus attacks, you may exile target creature card with lesser power from your graveyard. If you do, create a token that's a copy of that card and that's tapped and attacking. Exile the token at the end of combat. So, the more mana that we pump into Gyrus, the larger he will be upon entering. Ideally, we want this commander to be as large as possible, so as to fully take advantage of its graveyard recursion ability. If we don't have the mana available to pump it up into a huge powerful unit, then we can focus on finding other ways and buffing him up. Things like +1/+1 counters and other buffs such as auras, equipments, etc. Whenever Gyrus attacks, we can exile a creature from our graveyard and make a token copy of it tapped and attacking. This offers a hyper-aggressive playstyle. If we can find ways to throw powerful, menacing creatures into our graveyard with high mana costs, we can then cheat a token copy of them into play with our powered up Gyrus. This commander offers massive value for dies triggers. Since a token exiles at the end of combat, they trigger leaves the battlefield effects and dies, therefore creating lots of great abilities to trigger with absolute ease. Here's a great card that synergizes nicely with Gyrus. Great to good. An enchantment spell that costs 2 green and 2 generic mana to cast, it says the following. Sacrifice a creature, draw cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power, then discard 3 cards. Okay, I love this card. It can offer an obscene amount of card draw with ease, especially if you're running a deck with lots of big powered creatures. Chances are, within the Gyrus deck, you're doing exactly that. We can even use this to sacrifice the tokens that we are actually generating from Gyrus, creating even more value. It's a great card. Overall, while this commander doesn't recur the same creature repeatedly like other powerful recursion commanders in the format, Gyrus' speed, resilience, and explosive combat potential make him a unique and potent Junt commander. he's definitely different. You can buy this commander for around $1. Number 5, the final commander on my list today, Saskia the Unyielding. A legendary creature human soldier that costs 1 white, 1 green, 1 red and 1 black mana to cast. She has 3 power and 4 toughness and says the following: Vigilance Haste. As Saskia enters, choose a player. Whenever a creature you control deals combat damage to a player, it deals that much damage to the chosen player. This is such a wicked cool commander. 4 colored commanders are pretty low numbered and we need more of them. Saskia is a brilliant option, unique and powerful, wonderful for combat damage enthusiasts. So yeah, Saskia the Unyielding is a uniquely powerful aggro commander because she forces one opponent who you have chosen to take damage from your creatures, even if they were not the player your creatures were attacking. You can also make them take double damage from all your creatures should you pick them and attack them, turning every attack into lethal threats. This is because if a creature you control deals combat damage to the chosen player, it deals that much damage to the player again thanks to Saskia's amazing ability. This is crazy powerful stuff and I hope I've explained it in a way that you guys can get. It's pretty simple though. But yeah, basically Saskia is amazing. She really stands out. She offers multiplayer dominance. Unlike most aggro decks, she excels in 4-player games by focusing double damage on one opponent while still pressuring the table. She offers a fun and flexible playstyle, works great with combat damage, and you can even mix in Infect to really abuse those poison counters. You can even get political. Gain the political control of this commander as she lets you negotiate, such as, I won't choose you if you ally with me, or eliminate the biggest threat together. Join forces, become allies, take people down. She's a great commander for doing that. Color powerhouse, offering 4 wonderful colors, access to white, protection, red, extra combats, black strain, and green ramp overrun abilities. All of this mixed together with Saskia's amazing kit is super great stuff. Overall, Saskia turns fair combat into a massacre and is one of the best aggro commanders for multiplayer. Highly fun, highly unique, and I definitely recommend trying this commander out. You can buy this commander for around $7. Okay, so we've arrived to the end of the video. In conclusion, I hope that today I've shown you a cool commander for you to pick up and play. What do you think of the commanders I've listed? Have any of you played these unique commanders before? Do you have any recommendations on some unique commanders that you would like to share? If so, let me know in the comment section below. I love reading your comments and always try my best to answer them all. Let me know who your favorite commander was in this video. It would be cool to know. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, check out the 2 other videos that should have popped up on the screen. Please could you drop a like, comment and subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell to keep updated for more of my future commander content. Thanks for watching everyone, and as always, take care and goodbye.